Kia ora, everybody. Oh, and immediately frog in my throat. Alright. Okie dokie. Buttons. I need buttons. I need all the buttons. I can do this. I'm a functional adult. I promise. We're never functional. Kia ora, everybody. Welcome back to stream. I hope you're all having a good day out there, good time zone. Kia ora, BD. I see you in there. Yeah, it is, what are we, Tuesday. I am still incredibly scatterbrained right now, so bear with me. It's also still cold, so we're wrapped up. Blanket, hoodie, keeping warm. Octavia! Hello, lovely. Hello. My goodness. It is... Yeah, it's Tuesday. I did say that. Wow. Yeah. We're completely scatterbrained, as you might be able to tell by my talking today. We're still completely all over the place. So, yeah, these... I don't even know where I'm going with this. Wow. Welcome to stream. Especially on summer breaks, so can join on weekday streams again. Yay. Right as we're probably going to be taking a break from streams. But, yeah. So, if you haven't caught up, I've been talking about this the last few streams, but I know these people who haven't caught things and stuff like that, and I've still got to make a couple of posts about it on the many things to do on the to-do list. But this time in a week I will be in recovery. So it's currently Tuesday the 20-something or other. 24th? Yeah, 24th. Tuesday the 24th. On the 30th of June, which is Monday coming, like less than a week away, I am having a hysterectomy finally. It's something I've been on the wait list for a very long time, and the offer's finally come up, and I am getting a hysterectomy done. So, yeah, it's good. But it does mean that there's a few things going on that are making things like... That's part of the reason why my brain is so scattered at the moment, because there's a lot of things to do pre-surgery. I am also now officially in the withdrawal of medication stage. Not like withdrawal, you think withdrawals, but basically I am in a process to stop certain medications now, pre-surgery. So it does mean that I am currently operating with no injection. I also have to stop taking some of my regular pain meds as well. So we're doing good, considering where we could be. So that's where we're at. Hello, Double A, and Colouring Bumblebee. Hi, Jess. Hello. We were talking about you the other day, because I was talking about my first ever buddy colour. I was talking about how you're my first ever buddy. Hello, lovelies. Welcome in. Kia ora. Where was I? Brain. I have a brain. I promise I have a brain. Yeah. So, yeah, considering where we're at and where we could be, we're good. So, yeah, it is part of the reason why I am scared of brain, because there is like 1,000,000,001 things going on in my brain right now of all the things that need to happen before surgery and all this sort of stuff. And, of course, there's always a little bit of anxiety going into it, even though I feel okay about it. There's still naturally going to be some anxiety. But yeah, we're doing good, and I will of course keep everyone up to date. But it does mean that we have today's stream, we have Friday's stream, and then there won't be a stream on the Sunday before surgery, because I will be doing a lot of stuff on that Sunday. And then obviously the week after surgery I'm going to be fully on recovery. It's 6 weeks recovery time, so I don't know when, but there will be a little break from surgery for a couple of whiles. So yeah, so just keep that in mind, that today's stream, Friday's stream, provided we're not too painful at that stage, and then I don't know when. But I'll keep it all up to date on Instagram to the best of my ability, and YouTube community posts and stuff like that. I will got to try and also pre-film some videos and stuff like that, especially completed pages, because I haven't even put up last month's completed pages. So, but again, it is what it is. We operate here with the do what you can, and that's okay. That's what we're operating in. We're doing what we can, as long as the urgent stuff's done. I don't really care about the rest. Kia ora, Pauline and Smolt. Hello, hello, Smolt. Don't usually get the chance to pop in as I'm off to bed, so I won't be here long. That's okay, Jess. I'm just appreciative that you're here for as long as you can be here. It's always lovely when people can pop in. But I also understand time zones and, you know, stream time doesn't work for everybody, but it's always appreciative when people can pop in. But I also, like, live your life, do your things. Mandy! Kia ora, kia ora. Hello, hello. Alright, so what are we actually up to today? Instead of me just sitting here trying to make words function and... Nah. Have you considered ranking any of your colouring book series? I have, because of seeing your videos. But I'm enjoying your series. It's also... I watched the first one, but I'm so behind in videos as well. It's all on a big list. I've got 6 weeks of not being able to do anything, so I'm looking forward to just binging videos then as well. But yeah, we'll see about recording videos. I'll try and at least get the completed pages, because that needs to go up at the very least. Right, so today, the only thing that I knew that I wanted to work in is I wanted to work in alcohol markers. That's the mood today. Like, sometimes I get a mood to do a certain style of picture or use a certain media or specific illustrator or something or other. So today it was like, I want to do alcohol markers, and that's all I want to do, and that's fine. Because the other thing as well is that my tub of alcohol markers aren't exactly travelling with me to the hospital and aren't going to be a set that's going to go to bed with me in recovery. So I was like, well, let's work in a bunch of books with alcohol markers, and we can worry about pencil shading and gel pens and highlights and all that sort of stuff later. Like, let's just work with what we want to vibe with. And then I couldn't figure out what I wanted to colour, so I just grabbed a pile of different books, and we're just going to kind of go with the flow. I do want to start with the monster themed miniatures though, because I really like this one. I like the 50 mythical miniatures that we were talking about earlier, but I really like this one because they're monsters, so they can be any colour. Like, it's fun to just grab whatever markers we grab, and they're super cute. So I know we're going to start with that one. Alright, it feels toasty. Feels like 36 Celsius or 97 Fahrenheit. No, Smoke. No, 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 no. That's too hot. That's too hot. No, thank you. And surgery is just in time. Yes, it is colouring Bumblebee. There's going to be so much to just sit and watch. And I get free Wi-Fi in the hospital too, so I'll be able to actually just sit there and watch a lot of stuff as well. And I am planning on taking some colouring to the hospital. Like, a couple of streams ago, we organised my pencils into a 500 pencil case holder. There's a little bit of room in there that I can also shove some gel pens. So I'll put like the Jelly Roll Sparkle and a gold and a silver and a white and a few things like that. So I will have that, and I am thinking Rita Berman. Like, I feel like Rita Berman's, I enjoy working in Rita Berman with just pencils, but it's also like, it feels like a good fun hospital one. So yeah, I don't know why, oh, that's cute. Alright, let's just start with that one. The pile is a mountain. I saw Hikala give a sneak on the next watercolor coloring book. Ooh. Yeah, we're heading into the later half of the year where they love to start bringing out, like, especially before Christmas. You notice there's a surge of books that come out? Alright, I apologise, my nails are still awful and I cannot put on fakes because I can't have them on pre-surgery. I have to have clean nails, so yeah, there's no fakes for a while, which means you get my atrocious nails, which of course are still taking a hammering because nerves. But it is what it is. Nail biter clan. Small size makes it manageable to colour as well. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking, is it feels very portable and easy, and it feels like the sort of thing that will be quite good to do in hospital. So I know I'm going to take a Rita Berman or two, and then I don't know what else. Like, knowing me, I want to take like 15 colouring books. I'm in hospital for 2 days. I don't need to. I need, well, I'm technically in hospital for 3 days, but I need a book to work on pre-surgery while I'm sitting there waiting for my surgery, and then post-surgery, like, taking a Rita Berman and maybe one other book will be enough. But, you know, we all get into that. I used to do this all the time, so I still do. If I go somewhere, or I go on holiday, or I used to take my crochet around everywhere I went, and, like, I would be like, oh, I'm going to get so much crochet done as I go to this thing where I've got to sit for 2 hours, and I'll take like 4 projects, and it's like, you don't even finish one project. It's like, why are you taking so much with you? Right, lucky dip, pull out some pens and see what we get. So a lot of my alcohol markers are various random brands of alcohol markers and very, very old. And so there may be markers that I also throw out along the way. We just kind of lucky dip it, see what we get, see what works. If it looks good, cute. If it doesn't, well, we choose other colours. But the point of this is to kind of also use up these old, cheap alcohol markers so that we just have our Copics. It's nice to have options. That's what I say when I bring like 10 books to Zoe's for just one colouring day. Yeah, oh. I think it's so adorable that you and Zoe get to colour in person together. Like, I just think that's lovely. I want a real life colouring buddy. Like I have online, and you know, you're all real, but like to go to somebody's or go to a place and like colour together, I just think that's wonderful. Alright, we've got a light pink, and then we've got this pink, and if I do the light pink for the body, then I could go over it with the dark pink in the spots, and then I don't have to colour around, and it's going to be a lot easier if I do it that way. Yeah, let's think smartly. Yeah, I had my cousin visiting a little while ago, and I'd been holding on to a couple of colouring books that I passed on to her when she was here, and then because she didn't have any pencils, I gave her like a set of pencils to use and stuff like that. So we had, and she just came and sat beside me because my desk is a 1.8 metre long desk, then there's a 1.2 metre long dining table beside it, so I basically have a 3 metre long desk. So I just put a second chair onto the desk, and she sat up here, and then we just coloured together. And it was really nice, actually. It was really fun. So I need to do this more, but their cousin lives out of town, so it's not like that often gets to happen. Apologies, I won't be able to see the chat for 2 seconds because I just want to try and do this without getting any of those lines that happen with alcohol markers. It's one big space, which is a big reason why I didn't want to colour around all the polka dots. So the fact I can make them all darker, you know, work smarter, not harder. We could sit here and meticulously colour around them, or I could just base it all with a flat colour underneath, and then I don't have to, a lighter colour, not a flat colour, a lighter colour. I know words, wow. I have had 3 cups of coffee this morning, so you think my brain would be functioning a little better than this, but no. No. Right. Thank you for bringing up the focus command, Small. Much appreciated. Right. So, go to Twitch. Octavia, I have one friend in town who's now my colouring buddy. She owns our local bookstore, so she gets the inside scoop on what books and supplies to order. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Octavia, that's like, to have the colouring buddy who also has access, like, that's awesome. But our schedules aren't super compatible at the moment, so I'm hoping we'll get to hang out more often soon now that it's summer. Yeah. Oh, fingers crossed for you. I love that. Right, it's good to have options. Zoe, hello. The bunny's sorted, so now I can relax. Fantastic. You'll be on the good drugs too, so smaller books will be easier for your brain to process. Yeah, very true, Double A. We very much might be. It's so much fun colouring together in real life. We help inspire each other. Oh, I love that. Did I miss you showing the stack of books you chose? Yeah, I can show them. I can show them again. It's a literal mountain. So right now we're working in 50 monster themed miniatures. Yeah, just a few books. I just knew I wanted to work with alcohol markers, so I just grabbed a bunch of books to work in that could be cute with alcohol markers. Again, with the surgery, but also after the surgery, I'm going to be in bed, and like my tub of alcohol markers, it's too heavy for me to lift, so I can't move it. But it's not the sort of thing I'll take and keep in the bedroom anyway. So basically, even if I base a bunch of these pages with alcohol markers, even if I don't get shading done on them, it's fine, because I'm going to have, again, 6 weeks of basically not being able to lift anything. So I can't really pull out these alcohol markers for 6 weeks because the tub is too heavy. And I'm not going to get up, choose a specific colour, sit down, work with that colour, get up, choose another colour. Like, no thank you. No thank you. It's too much movement. Hello, Shadow. Have you forgiven me for giving you your flea treatment earlier? I don't know what you're trying to do. You've had some treats. Because I gave you your flea treatment. You just want to show off to the camera, don't you? For those that have not met him before, we have a little troublemaker here called Shadow. This is Shadow. He is a black cat, but he loves the sun, so he's very sun bleached. You can see his tan line here, because he'll have his head in the shade, and then there. Except I shouldn't be touching him up there because he got flea treatment this morning. So there you go. You can have a couple more. You have had your treats this morning, but are you in the Witches Buddy group? No, I'm not Colouring Bumblebee. It's one of my newer books that I was gifted. So there's quite a few new books that I have that I haven't worked in yet, and I haven't looked into if I want to join a buddy group or not. So, or say, Mum, I need my alcohol markers, please. Yeah. I could. She would, but I also like. She's gonna have to do all the cooking and the washing of dishes, and she hates cooking, and like we did pick up quite a few like easier things today too. Like I picked up a couple of like frozen meals so she can just shove those in the microwave, and a couple of like packets of soup, and just like things that are just sort of heat and eat stuff, so she doesn't have to cook all the time. Yeah, so it's okay. I've got my pencils, and it'll be better. I'm not patting you on your head. You've got flea treatment up there. I know that's what you're looking for, but you're going to have to learn that you can't always get what you want, because for 6 weeks you're getting no upsies. I know. It's going to be awful for you. No upsies. His tan line. Yeah. Maybe that's why my cat's so ginger. He loves being in the sun, but his head is always in the shadow, so he's got this bright ginger tan line on his back. Alright, Are you going to stop licking my microphone? You can purr into the microphone. I know some people like the sound of it. You're going to have to go down, though, because you're just causing chaos. I can't give you head patch. You've got flea treatment up there. I know that's why you want it, so that I wipe your flea treatment off, but you need that flea treatment. Wet nose, boops. Are you done? What if we do this? You gonna settle on there? Settle like a baby. Settle like a baby. You want supsies? Yeah. Oh, wet nose, boops. The only problem. Your wet nose is so gross. Alright, settle down, settle down. The Witches is a chill buddy group where there's so many, it doesn't matter if you don't keep on top of colouring the page. Each month for July we're doing the wildflower ones. Ooh. Oh, no, you're down. Well, that's fine, that means I can look at the book. Jumping my horses. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Is that the wildflower one? So many cute ones in here. No, it's not for you. That could be a wildflower one, although that's bees. Oh, look, it's got names on the side. Why don't I look at the names on the side? That might be a good idea. No, you can't have head pats. You know this. Ah, it's this one. That's cute. That's cute. You're just going to be trouble, aren't you? Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. I'm going to put you on the floor. Yeah, I am. I told you, you can't have head pats. He's just looking at me like, why are you giving me head pats? Yeah. I can do head pats there because there's no flea treatment there. He's so demanding. Alright, come on, you're going on the floor. You're taking up too much time. You're cute, and I'm sure a lot of them are here for you. Ooh, but we're also here to do some colouring. He's either going to go off and sulk or keep on annoying me. He's very cute. He's just very shadow. Right. So that's going to be whatever we do the body. But we'll do this a little bit here. And did I do all the feetsies? I did. I have no idea if this color combo is going to look any good. This was just me randomly pulling out these colors. There's no point shading in the spots, but oh well, I'm done now. I pulled out, I don't think I even showed the random selection of colors I pulled out. So we're just gonna make it work. And that's why this monster one's kind of good for like just random colors, because they're monsters, so it doesn't matter. Grass doesn't, like, it's not like it's grass, you know, it's not like it's a, not that, you know, like a bear has to be brown or white or grey, you know. A bear can be pink and blue and purple and green and whatever you like. But it feels a little bit easier. That's why I like Alien Worlds, because you can just be weird. You're lucky he doesn't meow constantly for attention. He does sometimes, especially when he's hungry, because he's decided he doesn't like his food. Yeah, especially at like night, if we feed him dinner and then he's decided, even though he's eaten the food, you know, multiple times before and demolished a whole plate, he's decided, nah, I don't want that, I want something else. And he will just meow and bat and hit us and be like, give me attention, give me food, until we get up and give him something else. But then the next night, the food that he decided he didn't like the previous night, he'll decide he will like it. can't keep on top of it, really. He's just like... He's changeable. He is gorgeous, though. It is very nice when I do go to bed and he comes and cuddles up beside me. He's pretty good at not jumping on my stomach or anything, so I think he'll be alright to sleep with me post-op. But he just has to, like, not be on my stomach because he's too heavy. I'm not allowed to lift anything over 1 kilo, I believe, which is 2 pounds. And he's, like, quite a few kilos, so I can't pick him up. Ah, monsters! Winter, hello, hello. Hello, lovely. How are you? Typical cat behavior, right? He's very much king of the castle. He used to... So when he was younger, we were talking about this earlier, actually, me and Mum. When he was younger, he used to bring home quite a few different strays for getting, like, a feed. Whoops, that one went way outside the lines. That's fine. He used to bring home a lot of different strays to have a feed. It was like, oh yeah, my mum's got good food. Come here. Come get a feed. You're hungry. But now, he's, like, a lot older now. He's verging on, like, 13. And he's turning into a grumpy old man cat. He doesn't tolerate the stray anymore. Because the stray came to eat. And Shadow was just, like, not having it this morning. He was so grumpy at him. And then I made him even more grumpy. Because I was like, haha, you're getting your flea treatment now. Which he hates. How are you going, Melissa? It's wonderful to see you. I hope you're having a fabulous time zone so far. Kia ora. Nope, lots of bleeding there, and it's fine. Oh, cat hair up the nose. The other problem with cats, cat hair. Oh, I swear it gets everywhere. Shadow just molts all over the place. So if anybody is colouring while we're live, what are we colouring or what are we working on? You know, I love to hear your projects. Can't believe we're getting towards the end of the month already. It feels like this month has just like been a blink and it's over month. Just got home from work. It's heatwave week here in Canada. You're in 34 Celsius. I'm so lucky that everything in my life is air conditioned. Ugh. Too much heat. Too much heat. Air conditioning's not actually as common here as it seems to be in other places. Quite interesting. Bedtime and I can hear Lexi meowing downstairs. Oh my gosh, a cat meows when it's time for bed and they want you to go to bed so they can go to bed with you. Oh goodness. It's a lot. I'm colouring the double page safari spread from Africa. Oh, cute. I'm looking forward to getting into Africa. Again, I haven't been colouring and Rita Berman because I know that's one of the books I'm taking to the hospital, so it's almost like I'm saving it for the hospital. But there are some very cute pages in there. Yeah, okay, the two of you together are kind of cute, so let's use you. So how I chose my colours is I dumped my hand into the box, I pulled out a bunch of colours, and that's the colours that we've got. But we're going to add some more colours to it. But they're monsters. They can be any colour, and that's why I kind of like this one, because, like, just whatever. It's a good, like, use up the markers one. I have cat hair up my nose, and it's irritating me. Let that side dry too long. For the markers all dry. Okay, still gotta do the paws. So far I've just coloured sand. Hey, but you've coloured something. It works. I'll definitely be taking a break for a bit, but yeah, maybe. I haven't decided. I like the Mythical one because it's so varied and doesn't feel like it's too much of the same animal or season. Yeah. I like, we actually pulled that one out too. I like Mythical minis. I now have it. I have done one in there. I did a Phoenix. Rainbow Phoenix for Pride Month. That's all I've done in there so far. But we've done one. And that's all that matters. Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited for Neat's book, but I'm also gutted that she's not making... Yeah. I wish she would make an Oceania. She might be taking a gap year. I hope so. I really hope she does an Oceania book. Like, and not just as a Kiwi. Like, I just really want an Oceania book. There's a lot of really amazing, beautiful locations down here. And, like, of course there'll be New Zealand and Australia, but there's also a lot of really beautiful islands. And I could see her doing some really cool stuff with the islands. But also, it's got to cost a little bit to do the travel, to get the inspiration to do the book. So, you know, also understandable. Can't wait to see what the new book looks like. Oh, yeah. I have coloured exactly 2 pages this month. A far cry from my former, like, 40. It's okay, Winter. Sometimes these things happen. Sometimes we need a break. We need to slow down. I have been very, very similar. My production has dropped right down these last 2 months, and that's quite alright. I've been playing a lot more video games because that's what I've needed. I am still playing my punchy game, or a punchy air, my DDR, but it's punching. We need a hobbit hole, yeah. It's about the journey, not the final product. Exactly. As long as you're enjoying what's happening and, you know, you're having fun with it. Alright. Could technically use the grey up there that I pulled, and this will do for an eye colour. Actually, I'll do for an eye colour for this one, because it's in the same sort of theme. That's the wrong one! That's okay. It's now going to be our dark. We'll blend it out. It's fine. Okay. So all I got left is a grey from the original random bunch that I pulled. Sometimes you just gotta do what your heart desires. Exactly. Sometimes, like... That's a great thing about colouring, is if it's a month where you don't need to colour as much, you don't colour as much. You just leave it on the shelf. There's so much wonderfulness out there in terms of colouring, but also sometimes it's not the hobby you need, and it's cool to just sit there and wait. It is some really ugly colour combos, but it still works together. I just need to get this pinky purple working with it, and then it will really work together. Don't usually use like browns and greys like this, but also it does kind of work. And please understand that ugly is in my subjective mind because I like rainbow bright, so working with earthy browns is not my fave. But it does work, so. And that's what happens when you randomly pick out a pile of markers and you get a random colour combo. If anyone's wondering, why are you doing random colours? Because I'm also trying to see if any of my markers can be thrown away. We're trying to use up all the old markers, so... Which is probably why there's a lot of browns and earthy tones, because they're not the colours I gravitate towards. I go to the pinks and the purples and the blues and the bright rainbow colours. I think blue is like the colour I'm always running out of. I'm pretty sure most of my alcohol marker blues are dead, so there's very few blues in this tub. Okay. I'm still zoomed out from shadow, I just realised that. Let's bring you back in. Right, we need something. I really hate that when you get a bucket full of colours you never use and you can't bring yourself to throw them out, so you force yourself to use them. Yeah, it can be a fun challenge, which is how I'm approaching it. Like, how can I use these colours to still make a page that I like? But also, yeah, especially because I've got a lot of random sets of markers from over the years, and it's like just random. But it does, like, it had shown me what colours are used more, and once this tub's down a bit more, like, we'll just start folding in more and more of the Copics, and then it's like, not a worry. I just basically want to get these used up. And that's where this monster one's quite good, because again, you can just do whatever colour you want. About to say I could just colour over the teeth. Hehe. Oh, well, we've coloured over the teeth partially anyway, so that's right. I might as well have just coloured over the teeth. Oh, feels like this one could be dying. This tip is definitely a little flared out. I do actually have Woodland Minis, so it would probably be another good one to do some pages in. I think that's what we did last time when we did the pigs page. I think it was the baby pigs that we did that was woodland minis. Not a bad idea. Up, dropped into the air. That's fine. Yeah, bled a little bit. I do tend to get a little messy sometimes with my line work. Yeah, that's the other one I have. I have Woodland, Mythical, and Monsters. So, we did this one with lots of the browns last time. Yeah, it's not a bad idea. We might pull that one out and see what we can do next. Then watch my next one that I pull out be like all like bright colours or something. Oh, you're dry. This one we'll scrape out for these horns, but this one's going. This one's dry. It's still technically got some juice, but it is quite dry, and it wouldn't do a big area. This sacrifice, which means we won't do the spikes on the back of this either, because I don't think it'll make it that far. I don't know if the mic's picking up the squeak, 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 squeak. But she's dry. You can make it to the end. You know what I should have done? I should have brought my bin nearby. You can go in there. I think you'd love Zodiac minis. Yeah, I reckon Zodiac minis would be a cute one. Woodland minis would be a good one to try sage beige theme. It can be like, neutrals can be very pretty. I can do neutrals. It's just not my gravitation. Like, I like bright rainbow colours, so please don't think I'm like hating on these colours, particularly if you like them. I don't know, I like bright rainbow, but you know, each to their own. Alright, let's see if we can use this to do a light yellow and also push some of this yellow away from the teeth. Yellow teeth. You are getting the squeaks? Alright, potentially also doing the spikies as well. Alright, I do want to pull out some sort of brighter green. Because I feel like green eyes would suit this one. Because like this mark is also getting a little on the low side, so this one might be a chuck out. Not quite there, but it's getting low. I have no idea where my black is. didn't have to be necessarily a pink inner ear, but I wanted that warm pink as a contrast. I'm going to do pink for here too. It'll contrast with the warm purple. And it looks cute together. See, we made it work. The random colours we pulled, I actually quite like how it's turning out. Very random, but also cute. Yeah, I do know the sad beige interior design. It's really sad when you see it in kids' bedrooms. It's like kids need colour. But I am the sort of person who also would like paint my room rainbow and have like chaos everywhere. I mean, I essentially live in a rainbow room. So the bedroom that I sleep in, because I'm currently in my office, but my bedroom, because it's my little brother's old bedroom and it's still painted from when he slept in there, and I just never bothered to paint it. So the walls are what I call green screen green. They are the perfect green to do green screen on. And then the trim around it is red. The cupboards are like a royal blue, and the roof is yellow. Like primary colours. It is the most colourful room ever, and it's like, fine. Like, it does need repainting, and it would probably be a lot better if the room was like a more, like, at least only one colour instead of 4 colours, but meh, we survived. It does need a repaint in the fact that it's been many years and it needs just, you know, a freshen up. I'm pretty sure when Mum and Dad brought the house, the pit room was painted like that, so it just became my younger brother's room. Which means it's like 20 plus years? Yeah. Cute! I kind of like how it turned out. Like, for the random colours we pulled. I'm kind of happy with how that turned out. Yeah. I want Zodiac minis so badly, and Cloudy? Yes. Cloudy miniatures looks really cute too. I'm doing a full book colour along for Cloudy miniatures with your Meadow members. Cute! It looks really neat, and I've been seeing some neat pages in there. I only have the free Camellia Andrikova, which I was very kindly gifted, which made me kind of go, yeah, I get why people are so obsessed with these books. Like, they are really good little books to work in. And then, yeah, they're just cute. I can see why people like them. That's the first one we did there. I really like how that one turned out. That one's super cute too. So that's with all the pencil shading and stuff afterwards, which is in some paint pens and bits and pieces, which is not what we're going to do today, because the point of today is just to do some basing. Well, that one's cute too. Alright, Weekend 50 Woodland. There's some cute ones in here too, even if it's all woodland themed. Pretty sure there's some ocean ones too. I should get the ocean ones. I'll have to get more blue markers. That one's cute. I've seen that one done a few times. I suppose technically I should do this the smart way and shoot, like, random pull out a palette of colours and then go from there. But meh. Could also just start at the start and work our way through, and then we don't have to think. But I also kind of like this one. I kind of dig this one because he's a snaily whaley. This one it is. Get the black out. Random diving. What are we gonna pull? Let's pull some markers and see what we get. Could be still kind of a cool palette. Snaily whaley. Yeah. Alright, let's see what we got. We got a light orange. A dark orange. I think you're peach. Yep, peach. Look, that kind of works together. And then we've got a warm grey. And then F44, which I think is probably brownish. Yeah. But that's quite a good little combo. I'm not mad at that. I can work with that. I mean, we'll still pull out some more colours, but hey. So, straight away, that's going to be our tree trunk. Because that's our brown. Oh. Itchy eye, itchy eye. The bright orange for the woodpecker's crest would work. Is that what a crest is? The flicky bits at the top. In fact, most of this could actually work for the woodpecker, to be honest. We could just do the woodpecker in these colours, and we can pull more colours. Yes, the crest is the top of the head floofs. Thank you. Thank you for the clarification. I'm going to love you and leave you as I'm off to bed now. All good, Jess. Thank you so much for popping in. It's been lovely having you here. If anyone is, for some reason, not already, Jess is Colouring Bumblebee. Fabulous YouTuber. I'm pretty sure everyone here is following Jess, but if you're not, Colouring Bumblebee. Click the name and you should be able to go to their channel, which means you can then follow them, which you can do with anybody in the YouTube chat. Oh, why does it feel like it's getting cold again? So many lovely people and amazing YouTubers out there. And Jess is actually pretty consistent at putting out content, unlike me. Unless you watch live stream VODs. I'm looking forward to the rating video. Please don't bleed everywhere if you can. Just if you can. I know it's on me. I need to learn to colour better with them. No. No. Alright. So then if we do this one in here. And then we can do the lighter peach for the belly. This is an old marker because this is a flex marker and it's a Letraset flex marker before Winsor & Newton owned them. That's how old some of my markers are. And they still work. We can take this one. I'll make quite a cute little orange combo for the bird. And then we'll use the grey for like the beak and the beaks. Yeah, see, this is an old Electroset Pro marker. Old markers. That red is one of the most satisfying colours I've seen. The on top, that is French Vermilion. It's very, very pow. Hey Millie, how are you going today? One thing I did not factor into today with working with the markers is that my arms are sore from the punching game, so the simple fact of opening markers is actually kind of painful. But it's more like sore muscles sore, not inflammation sore. Okay. And then we'll take this one. You are a bleeder. You're a juicy marker. Obviously don't use this colour a lot. I'm glad work is done. I have time to hang out in colour. Yeah! Glad I could stop in. I'm going to have to run along. Enjoy the random colours. I will. Thank you so much for popping in, Melissa. Another wonderful YouTube channel if you are not already following. All the friends. Follow all the friends. But it's wonderful to see you. You take care. Woodpecker's always trying to fun to try and find because I usually hear them first knocking away and I've got to figure out what tree it's coming from. Or... we must have woodpeckers in New Zealand. Just trying to think if I've ever seen one, but I don't think I have. I watch like, because there's a tree right outside my window, which is just like right in front of me here. And so I often see like the tuis and these big blackbirds, and like little sparrows, and occasionally like fantails and different birds that will hop on the little tree branches and stuff like that. But not a woodpecker. But the tree is also like it's a real narrow tree. Okay, hey, excuse me. Alright, let's just follow the same route, I guess. We'll just do a gradation. So then we can do this. And then we'll do peach for the end of the feathers. And we'll do this one in here. Orange dying a little bit. Actually, change your mind. We're going to do this one. This one. Now, very juicy marker. Bleeds like crazy because it's so juicy. Yeah. Baby! Hello, hello! Google says you don't have any of what the Western world would call woodpeckers. Okay, well there we go. Learn something new. I have a woodpecker that occasionally taunts me. They seem like they'd be annoying. They're fun to find in Stardew Valley. How are you going today, PB? We're doing random marker pulls. I'm colouring with whatever markers I pull out. Right, now I have a sneaking suspicion this marker's actually dying, so I'm going to do a little swapsy, and I'm going to do the little branch growths, because I have a... Yeah, I don't think there's enough juice in here to actually do the whole thing. There's a little bit left. It will do small areas, but if we're trying to do a big area, we're going to have a problem. Let's do the under, and then let's pull a different brown. Because I'm not lacking on browns. I possibly could have, actually, but that's okay. It'll work for under here. I should have titled the stream like Random Marker Challenge or something. I didn't actually realise I was going to do it as a random marker, it just kind of happened. The only problem with markers too is that I always end up colouring on my skin, so I always have like random marker colours. It's the same as when I did the water-based markers day recently with all the Any Day. I did contemplate pulling out Any Day again, but decided it wasn't the vibe today. This one's sounding a little on the squeaky side. This side is very much dead. Well, not very much, but it's definitely dying that side. Okay. 3 done. So I buy 91 isopropyl for just about the gallon. I have some somewhere, but it's really, it really bothers me how happy the little room is staring up at certain depth. We'll colour it as if it's poison. The woodpecker knows it can't eat it. Isopropyl alcohol here is actually monitored. So, like when you buy it, you have to hand over ID, and you can only buy it a little bit at a time. Right, so now we're at the stage where we're going to start adding in, because we've used all the markers that we pulled out. So now we start adding in additional colours to make it work from the 5 or so that we pull out initially. Like a nice bright green for the leaves. It's used in pea manufacturing. So I think it's that one. Yeah, I know last time I brought it, which was quite a while ago, but yeah, I had to hand over ID. You can try meow all you like, Shadow. You're not coming up. You've already had your treats for today. Yeah, I know. It's so hard being you, but guess what? You're going to have to get used to the fact you can't always have uppies. Because in less than a week, I won't be here to give you uppies, and then you can't have uppies for 6 weeks. I wonder if he needs to go out, because Mum's in the bathroom having a shower, so I wonder if he needs the door open. And then I want to take this red. Do I want to do them red or want to do them yellow? Nah, I'll do them red. So it also covers up the overspill. Ow! Your claws, Shadow. You're not coming up. I've already told you that. You've had all your treats today. You've had extra treats, and I can't give you head pats because of your flea treatment. I'm surprised you're even being this clingy today because I gave you flea treatment. You usually hate me after flea treatment. I wonder if he is a bit desperate to go out. Okay, we might have to pause for 2 seconds so I can go and see if I can get him if he wants to go out. Because he's being a bit... Yeah, okay. Come on. Come on, baby. Alright, I'll be back in 2 ticks, guys. Okay. Sorry about that. He did indeed go back out, but then he had also just come back in. And then while I was up, I realised I also needed to go to the bathroom, so we did that. I ended up just taking a little mini break there. And then I decided I was actually hungry. I wasn't feeling hungry, like, before stream. It's like, oh, I don't really need breakfast. And then as soon as it was like time to start stream, it was like, I'm hungry for breakfast now. Rude. Yeet. Alright, let's use this one that we used before. Do a dark brown eye. And then we'll just do a yellow snaily whaley, which would be glittered. Whoa. Okay, yeah, you, I think we're going to retire this colour. Like, yeah, it's still working, but it's definitely dry. Okay. Yeah. I may pull that out. I may regret that, but... Right, and little wormy. What can we do to keep you tying in? Probably in the front. Yay! Alright, maybe I'll to the side. I've also grabbed out some celery sticks and the dip that I've been making a lot of. Not the cheesecake dip, this one is just onion soup mix mixed with natural yogurt. Traditionally here we make it with a can of like reduced cream, but which has a lot of kilojoules, so instead this is just made with Greek yogurt. So. I don't ever want that. Oh. Alright, let's try. Alright, let's just work forwards. Alright, we got a birthday party. And what 5 colours will we pull out this time? One. Well, you're basically no colour. Two. Also basically no colour. This is gonna be interesting. 3. Wow. Okay. Okay, that's an interesting lot that we've pulled out this time. Hi, Chai. Welcome in. Drinking a lot of tea this morning. It's cold enough to warrant it. Herbal teas. Good choice. A couple peppermints. I really enjoyed the plum and boysenberry tea. Yeah, I really like it. Not a big fan of peppermint tea. It just feels like drinking warm toothpaste. Can't quite get behind it. Right. These are some interesting combos. How are we going to make this work? Alright. I think these ones we can do all for our little holding the balloon one here. Because we can do blue for the main part. And then we can bring the other two into the extras around. And then we just have to work out the warmer browns. We're... Oh, off screen for a start. We're colouring in various books at the moment. And I'm just pulling out alcohol markers. It's kind of turned into a challenge where I just pull out 5 random markers. And I have to use those colours and then just try and see what else I can do to make it work. So somehow that's kind of what we've turned into today. Uh-oh, this marker may be dying. I hope we've got enough to get around. Oh yeah, this marker is... Oh boy, I hope it can make... I realised it was this dead. We would have not done the body with it. I don't think this is a colour I exactly have an equivalent of either. Oh boy. Oh boy. So this marker's going in the bin after this. Combo operation of 5 color challenge and kill this marker. Exactly. I mean, the fact that this marker's dying is actually what we want. Like, this is what I want to find, is these markers that can be thrown away. So we can merge through more of this alcohol marker bucket and get this bucket down. And have less of these random markers around. But also, if I'd realised it was this dead, I wouldn't have used it for such a big area. Luckily it's a furry monster, so where it's a bit streaky I can kind of make it fur texture, but it's not ideal. Alright, last little section. I just got some toesies and some cleanup. Okay, just made it. Just made it. Alright, tea's making me feel sleepy, which is fine. Yeah. Enjoy relaxing, enjoy your loot, chai. Goal accomplished. Finishing some markers. Oh yeah, that one's well and truly gone now. Alright, and now we can do a lighter colour. And of course it was a blue. Use the darker one. And the beatsies. Alright. Can't wait for my new markers to come. I've got a couple of weeks to either get this wrecked out with or shift some Arctic markers out of it. Oof. Can't wait till my markers get to a point where it actually is functional. There's that cupcake. And we've just got this peachy colour. But we can work a few more colours in now. Oh, that black has bled a lot. So the highlight is practically gone. Well, we might wait to do that one. Two more. I pulled these colours, I'll use these colours. I need to learn to get better with like the bleeding. I'm still not the best at allowing for bleeding. That's why I haven't coloured in any thinner ones so far today. Thinner line ones. I just realised purple eyes would really pop here. So let's do some purple eyes. I like our little monster here. He's turning out cute. And is it the colours that I would have pulled? Probably not. But I like it. Like it's working. Sometimes it's unavoidable, especially on thinner paper. Yeah. That's pretty much it. It's like Amazon paper. It'll be what it'll be. I mean, this one, I had some really bad bleed through, so I just used paint pen around it. Covered it up. Looks cute. I love these little monster guys. It's such a cute book. I really like this one. So it's 15 monster themed miniatures by Camelia Anjakova. I have a couple others of hers. So we were colouring in woodland miniatures before. And then I really like the mythical miniatures as well. Just really cute style. There's the one I have done here. But yeah, this one's just working well for this because they're monsters. They can be any colour, so it works well for this. Just pull the colours out one. So this is the second one we've done. We did this random one before too. Yeah. Rosalind, good morning. Welcome in. Yes, I'm thinking about this little guy as if he was a cupcake, so chocolate icing. Then I want to do bright red sprinkles, which means we need to actually work around the sprinkles. Which you all know me, I don't like doing that. I like just flat colouring it. Looks like it should be like a coffee cupcake or something, which I'm so down for. But yes, welcome in, Rosalind. I hope you're having a good day so far. We're doing random stuff today. Well, it's just meant to be a sort of like use the markers up, do a bunch of basing, but then it's also turned into a bit of a 5-colour challenge where I'm just pulling 5 random markers out and making the palette work on the page. So we're just doing lots of alcohol marker basing, really. But I've got a lot of time coming up where I'm going to be sitting, so it doesn't hurt to have a bunch of pages pre-based so that I can just come in with pencils and do what I need to do. Alright, what do you look like? Kind of hate that colour though. I'm in day 10 of this flu and finally slept last night, so just doing considerably better. Just have to play it easy for the next few days. So yes, you do. Oh my goodness, that sounds like a lot. But I'm glad you got some sleep. Oh, I think this marker's going. This marker will be going. Woohoo! We found another one we can pull out. Actually, I just realised that bow should be a different colour. Which is good, because then I don't have to stretch this, but... we should just so the colour that I do the bow becomes an even colour. Alright, there's our next dead marker found and gone. We're up to 4 markers gone. Four markers and 3 pages is a good ratio for your goal, yeah. Ideally it'd be a few more than that, but we'll take what we can take. What do you look like? You're not quite right for the fire, but let's do... you kind of tie in with everything else, so let's do a bunch of you. And that. We just started, yeah. You'll tie in. Let's do the you. Okay. I was using the royal we. Yeah. Kind of makes me cry to see markers just tossed instead of stretched to their limits. Yeah, I know I could technically push them and stretch little bits more out of them, but I also have so many markers at this point that I also need the, like, mental clear out of just getting them out of here. Like, I can't put the tub away because there's, like, 500 plus markers. So they're getting down quite a bit. Part of me will probably look at this and go, I could still get that little bit more. It's like, no. We're throwing them away for a reason. And see, that's not including the actual Copics. The 100 or so Copics I have, so I just need to pull out whatever I can of these cheap markers and get them out of here. So I'm just left with the Copics and then just start expanding the Copics slowly, marker by marker. Oh, we might be able to get rid of this yellow. That's another one gone. Again, probably could have been pushed just a little bit further, but the point of the day is to chuck them. So, that's what we're going to do. And you'll tie in as well. I don't know why I'm using this side. I think when my next 45 markers come in, my acrylic markers will outnumber my Copics. Damn. I know how many Copics you've got, so that's impressive. I mean, we all know the biggest set of markers I have is my water-based markers. Which I technically use a little bit more than alcohol markers. I think this has turned out pretty cutely for some very random starting markers. It's kind of a fun challenge to make it cohesive when you've got such random colours, so... I'm going a little bit off screen. I wonder if Shadow bumped my camera and that's why it feels like it's out of frame. Or if I bumped my camera when I stood up. Both are very feasible. Here's our second one base. So again, I've still got to go in with pencils and shading, but you know, for the 5 random colours that we initially pulled out, which were these ones here, I like how that came together. Eeny, meeny, miny, moo. I like that one. I already do. I have 275 Copics and 286 acrylics, not counting Posca and non-brush markers. Damn. It's a lot of acrylic paint pens, but I also know how much you use them too, so. Alright, what are we getting? Oh. 2. 3. Oh. 4. Oh boy. 5. Okay. That's unique. What do we got? So, practically nothing. It's called ivory. We've got ice grey 1. So, another very, very pale. Then, for complete contrast, deep red. Walnut. Don't trust these colour names at all. Oh, we have a redraw. Dead. Another blue. Alright. Dig, dig, dig. Ooh. Oh, we have another redraw. That's 2 more gone. Oh boy, you might be another very light one. I don't know. Okay. I don't want to do this page in those colours. It doesn't feel right. It can change as you go through though, but it's got candy. It needs bright. Actually, the one before it. Yeah, that one will work. Okay. Yeah, I can see this one already. Okay, this one. We're going to start with our tree trunk. It's actually probably not a bad idea to pick the colours and then pick the page, depending on the colours you choose. But again, it's also the fun of like, this page, these colours make it work. Alright. Pumpkin tree. That was an easy way to get rid of a couple more markers, so... Yoink, yoink, yoink. And you can still switch books. Exactly. I'm thinking the next one we're going to switch to the Amigurumi one. And do like a cutesy in there. And hope that we pick some really nice colours. And then we used this ivory colour for the mushroom stalks. And then we've got this greeny colour that we're going to use for the mushrooms themselves. Keep all this very neutral. And then that delicious wine red we're going to use for our monster. Because I think he'd look really good in that wine red. You're also bumping up your page count for the month. Well, none of these are finished, and they may not get finished until after the op. So I'm just actually increasing my work in progress count. But it's okay. It's okay. It'll be what it'll be. Yeah. I mean, all those pages we did in any day have technically bumped up my page count a lot, because we did a lot in any day. I think we did 8 in total between the 2 streams. We did 3 on Sunday, and... no, 7. Yeah, because we did 4 the first stream, plus we did half of one, which we finished off on the next stream, plus we did 2 more. So yeah, 7 pages in any day across 2 streams. But that was the vibe. That was the mood. Nico! Hello, hello. Welcome in. This is such a good colour for him. It's called wine red, and it feels right. Feels so right. But yeah, with a bunch of these prepped, I can just basically have the book and just sit there and pencil shade and slowly work on the pencil shades. And with so many of them pre-prepped as well, it's like I could just pull out a colour like a brown and go for and do all the browns across all the pages, and then pull out a green and do all the greens. You know, I can also bulk colour. But it's mostly about just having a bunch of them pre-done so that post-surgery I'm not having to lift out books and lift out the marker. Just be like, here's the book, shade, shade, shade. So as much as fun as it is to go to a bunch of different books, I maybe should also be working in, and because we've already done several in this one. Maybe I should keep working in the monster minis. We'll figure it out. I do want to kind of do one in the amigurumi one though. It's cute. I want to colour in a cuddly toy. Jodie Moments! Hello, hello! Kia ora, how are you going for today? How's your time zone? So for those who have just joined us, we're doing a bit of a interesting challenge today. So I really wanted to colour with alcohol markers, and I'm trying to prep a bunch of pages with the base colours done so that I just have to pencil shade because of my op and going into hospital. So it means that the alcohol markers all done, and I'll be taking my pencils with me so I can just sit there and pencil shade, right? So we're doing that, but then I've also got a lot of really old markers that I'm wanting to go through and chuck out all the dying ones and use up all these old markers so that we can just have the good set of markers. So we're also challenging ourselves to use random markers, and so in order to facilitate that, what I've been doing is when I choose a page, I pull out 5 markers, and whatever colours I pull out, that's the colours of the page. And then we're just working to make that palette feel more cohesive. So right now you can see on the page we've got 4 colours. We've got the brown of the tree, we've got the green of the mushrooms, there's a very light beige in its stalks, and then we've got this red wine colour for our creature itself. And then we've just got a grey to work in as well. And then that's our 5 colours chosen, and then we'll pull out some additional colours to balance the page and make it work. That's kind of what we're up to today. So yeah, it's a lot of basing with alcohol marker, so it's no shading or anything different. It's just basically flat colouring in sections. But it's prepping ahead. It's fun, and it is quite interesting to see how you can make the colours balance. Right, still got to do the back wings, but I need to put that down for a minute because, it's almost 4 PM there. It's been a nice day. Excellent. It speeds up getting the vibrancy you want. I've been working on decluttering my markers. Yeah. So it's quite a fun little challenge. And we've pulled out some interesting palettes, like, so we've got this one, which isn't my favourite, but it worked. We made it work. We pulled out some very odd colours with that one. And then this one I really like. We pulled out the blue, these 2 yellows, and this brown and this peach. And then I pulled out some other ones. So we made that one work. So far, this one's working. I've just got to put the grey in. And then we did one in here where we pulled out all these oranges and greys and the brown. So that worked quite well as well. And so far we've managed to chuck out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 markers. So we've got 7 dead markers that have been found or created. There's still a lot more markers to work through. So still got a light grey colour, so we'll still figure out that one. And then we keep our black separate because the black is in the eyes. And I know I could technically do these differently, but I like the bright white and the black combo. So you can stay together. It's super speedy that way too. Yeah, using the alcohol markers as a base definitely speeds up the process. And like the pencil shading won't take long either. But it's just also a great way to use up and test markers and try different things out. So I think I want like a pale pinky red colour. Yeah, because I think that would look quite cute in the ears and the wings. Go with that sort of red. Getting dry, but it's not quite dead. Might be by the end of this. One can hope. When you're hoping your markers run out. Or run out enough that you can justify getting rid of them. I hope everyone's doing well. If you've been watching for a while, don't forget to do a little stretch. Maybe have some water. Grab a snack if you need a snack. That's why I've been munching on some celery. I don't know what colour acorns are, but that's okay. It's a monster universe, so why can't they have monster acorns that are maybe not quite 100% the right colour? No, you're too similar to the red. Oh, she's drying out too. And this darker colour that's similar to down here, we'll just do in the eyes, and we'll attempt to do it smoothly, even though the marker is kind of annoying. Wow, those ears have dried like neon. Okay, so we just need, still got to work the grey in somewhere. Need a belly colour. Maybe we could keep with the air colour and do a peach. Coral red. Gee, you could be cute. Yeah, let's do you. Let's do bright red. Let's keep it coherent. Coherent? I'm not coherent. Know that much. Coordinating. Oh, my snarker might be dying a bit too. actually that will work out well because we'll do the horns grey. I'll grab that peach back out and we'll do the feet pads in peach. And then the eyes, I've got an idea. And it will all come together. If we can get this marker to make it. We have another contribution. Alright. It's a little patchy, but it will do. Oh. Rather than getting out peach, we'll use the same colour. We'll push it. Rather than introducing a new colour. Marker 9. Nope, this is marker 8. Coming along almost reminds me of Gizmo. Yeah. So, that grey that we initially pulled, we will use for the horns. Which, guess what? Is also a dyeing marker. Oh, she's so dry. She's so dry. And again, I know that technically these could be pushed a little further and I could use some like isopropyl alcohol and stretch them and all those sort of things. The point here is I am at a point with so many of these markers that I just need to, if they're getting like this, I need to chuck them because I have like 5 or 6 of this particular shade. So I just got to chuck it, use them up until these markers become manageable. Because I haven't even, the tub that I am digging into for the markers hasn't even got all the markers. There is more markers to go in there. Right, I want this bright green that we used before. And then that'll tie the mushrooms in. I like that. I like how that worked out. Like, it's not my go-to colour palette, but I think that worked out really cute and it's quite coordinated. I like how that came together. So yeah, when I do some pencil shading on that one, it will be super cute. Alright. So I pulled out enough markers that I could fit a little bit more markers into it. These are all our markers that we have used, so I'm going to keep these separate. And know that these are used and tested markers, so I'm not pulling the same colours out. Alright. Next one. Let's start by pulling 5 markers. Bright pink. Golden yellow or dark yellow. Purple. Oh, this is a pretty combo so far. This is a combo I would have pulled anyway. Blue gray. And a green. Quite pretty. No wonder why you have so many completed pages. None of these are completed. These are just prepped. These are just prepped. So not completed, but yeah, it does speed it up a lot. Candy page, yeah, it is actually a good candy combo, like. We've got a dark green. Whips get you there, they do, and again, this is to speed up. This is to help with post-surgery as well, so. Oh yeah, I think we're going to do an amigurumi page with this combo, because this combo is very, like I would pull this combo out normally. Right. Oh gosh, I need to keep you to the side because I've also done one in you. Now I want this book here. This book here is what we're going to work in. And we'll prep one in here. This is so cute, this book. So this is a colouring book of Crochet Baby animals. So they're all like little soft toys. Super, super cute little book. Super adorable. Absolutely love it. Cow? Do we do the cow? Could do the bunny. Hardest thing's going to be choosing one. I love the penguins. Yeah. Cow. I love this one. Right, we'll start with our pink. Because we'll give lovely pink cheeks. Oh, this paper doesn't quite bleed quite as much as the other paper, so that's a nice start. And then we'll do pink in the ear, because it would make sense here too to reuse a lot of colours, because they're crochet toys, right? And I don't know if you all have ever made amigurumi, but I have. It's what I actually used to do. I used to sell prints of my original drawings, do custom portraiture, and then I'd also crochet little animals and sell them on my stand as well. So I used to do a lot of this, and anywhere where you could reuse colours. You could do a pinata style if you wanted with those colours. Yeah, that would be cute too. But I noticed there's also like a little heart in here. So I'm thinking we'll do that. And then what I'm thinking is we'll do the... maybe the... pale blue and the purple. And then all the like strands of yarn for the hair could be green and yellow. That's kind of what I'm thinking, just keeping it quite simple like that. But I'm colouring this big heart here. Or I could do it the other way around, where I could do yellow and green. We'll have a think about it in a second. Just get this. Had to colour in the heart pink. Nessa! Hello, hello, lovely. Hello. So we've got the body and the nose, which the nose could be a different colour. But I also want to do all them the same, and then the hoofs. Yeah, I think if I do yellow for the ears, face, mouth, body, and then the hoofs we can do in the green. And then it'll just be a little bit of green, but not a lot. And then we can do all the hair. And we have the horns up here as well that we could do in green. And then we could do all the hair in like the purple and the blue. I think that would be quite pretty. Make me have a plan. We're gonna go for it. I'm committing. So the surgery is on Monday. The recovery time, I'm in hospital for 2 days, but the recovery time is 6 weeks. So I don't know how long away I'm going to be from the channel. But also, it's absolutely fine because if you've noticed with my channel, it is what it is. That's always been my goal. I'm not here to become a full-time YouTuber. I just like sharing the hobby, but if I don't have the spoons to share the hobby, I don't do anything. Which is why I haven't posted last month's completed pages yet. So yeah, if I get some videos up, awesome. If I don't, I don't. I'm gonna see how I feel. It's the same with live streams. Like, there will be a bit of a break from live streams, which is my main content that I do. But, you know, I need some healing time. But I'll be back when I'm back. But yeah, I don't earn any money from the channel or anything like that. Like, I qualify for monetization. I don't have monetization on, so it doesn't really matter if I just don't post anything for a while. Because it's fine. I just had surgery on Friday for my shoulder. Oh my goodness. Hope everything heals fast for you too, hun. You're doing the physio even today. It's your birthday. Oh my goodness. Happy birthday, Nessa. Happy birthday. Proud of you for going to physio even on your birthday. It's important. I just realised that this yellow and green are very Australian colours. Australian cow. That's fine. We don't have these sort of cows. It'd be too hot for them. I don't think they have these type of cows. I can't remember what they're called. They've got a specific name. Yeah. Now this is where I regret using the yellow because it's probably going to die on me because we're going to do a lot of yellow here. And two fiddler. So I got the swatch yet. Now I'm knee deep into swatching 2,300 pencils. Oh my goodness, Nessa. That's a lot of pencil space watching. Good on you. Good on you. Is your Amazon wish list updated? Did I do that? I think I did. I'm pretty sure I did. Yes, because I was also looking at some gloss stuff for Mum and some glitters, so, and I know I chucked them on my list to look at getting post-surgery, potentially. So Highland Cow, thank you, Audrey. That's the name that I was trying to remember and having complete blank on. Yes, the Highland Cows. Kia ora from New Zealand, opposite side of the world. Zoe gave the link. Oh, that's very sweet of her. Well, I'm glad you're here. Welcome in. Kia ora. We are, as you can see, colouring in a Highland Cow, but a plushie version. So it can be any colours we want. And because I'm kind of working with random markers and whatever colours I pull out, we're doing 5 random colours. Which is why our cow is currently pink, yellow, and green. Because those are the colours we pulled out. At least I only have to do it once? Correct. Yeah, it does make a difference. Oop. Over the edge. So the big thing I'll also have to decide once we get up to the hair, because we could add in additional colours here, and I think it would be nice to add in a couple more colours. Because we got the option here. But we've got our purple and light blue, and then we might look at adding in a couple more colours to all this yarn bits that are hanging down, because they are different textures, so makes sense that maybe they're different yarns. It's not often I see a Highland Cow page to colour. Which book is this? This is... Let me... If we colour in here, and we can just stop there. This is The Cutest of Cute Amigurumi Critters by Kei Camero. So it's a bunch of baby animals, but if they were all soft toys, crochet toys, amigurumi is crochet, but like little crochet animals, or little crochet toys, basically. It's a Japanese term. It also has a couple of crochet patterns in the back if you crochet. So also comes with, at the back here, some actual crochet patterns. So, which is kind of cool. But yeah, just lots and lots of cute animals. As if they were all little plushies. It's also perforated, so if you want to remove it, you can. You do crochet? Well, there you go, Audrey. It's quite a neat little book. As another one I was very kindly gifted. I was gifted a lot of books recently from a lot of wonderful, wonderful people. Anonymous. And yeah, this one's been sitting on there for a while because I just thought it was a really neat one that I hadn't really seen before. Like, colouring in crochet toys is not something I'd think of to colour, but it's so cute. Yeah, it's a really adorable one. There's a lot of really good, like, water creatures too. I had it pulled out for Mermay. I had like a bunch of them tagged to do in May, but then things happened in May and we barely did any colouring. Which you'll see when I get May's completed pages up. I'm actually thinking, because I have recorded May's completed pages, I've just got to edit it. So if I sit down and edit it tonight, I could get it up tonight, and then June's I could combine with No, it's June, so I got to get up. What month are we in? No, we're in June. So yeah, it's May's I got to get up, and then June's I can compress with July's, and then I don't have to try and pre-film something right before the surgery as well. So that's what I'm kind of thinking too. All right, we're gonna make you, but then I think the rest of that's all yarn. We'll do that like that, and then I may do the nose, but we'll come back and have a look at it in a minute. Ugh. Thank you, Small. I probably do need a stretch. Oh, and a crack at the back. Some water. Right. I think we'll grab another blue. At the very least, we'll grab a brighter blue. So we've got all these colours for the hair strands. And I might just go through and do all the ones that are the same texture or the same sort of patterns on them. So all these ones that have got the little dots on them, I'm going to make this light blue. There may be some areas I also need to fill in with some more yellow as well, so that's why the yellow is just to the side. Just in case. Ooh, this one may be dying. We may be removing this one by the end of it. Right, that's the zigzag lines instead of the little U lines. Little area of yellow that I've missed. There'll be plenty more. Right, blue lines. Okay. And then chunky twists. We'll do bright blue. So this is one of our bonus colours. I'm going to actually be a little bit of this bright blue. Michelle, hello, hello, welcome in. How are you going today, hun? Kia ora. I'll just finish this particular strand of yarn. Yeah. Snow-san, if you like the smoke blue from Derwent Drawing Pencil Set, Colors, Ashes Green 361 matches it. That's nice. You type claw twice. That's fine. It's fine. I'm doing pretty good, thank you. We're having a lot of, like, we're doing some random stuff today, but it's kind of fun. So we've been pulling out alcohol markers with the point of trying to get more alcohol markers used up, and so I can chuck them away. But to do that, what I've also been doing is pulling out 5 random markers of any color and then trying to make that palette work. So it's actually been kind of fun. So we're actually just doing a lot of alcohol marker basing today. I haven't even done any pencil shading or anything like that. So I'm creating a bunch of whips essentially. But I also know post-surgery, I won't be able to lift the tub down, so it'll be good for just working there with the pencils to shade in these things. But yeah, we're getting some random colors. We were doing a bunch in the Monster Minis, but then I pulled these colors and I was like, actually this would be really cute to do in this book here. There's a lot of this bright blue going in, but that's okay. It's actually quite a nice bright blue. As long as it lasts. And then we've got purple. And I'm just thinking I might use all the purple for like the random leftovers, because... You always have fun? I'm glad to hear that. I like when people have fun here. I like when people feel safe and relaxed too. That's why I like it when people are like, oh yeah, I totally fell asleep. Sorry. It's like, it's fine. It means you feel safe and cozy and comfortable. And that's exactly what I want in stream. So... Oh, good, Jody. You have a wonderful rest of your time zone. Hope the dogs enjoy the walk. I missed that one when I did the light blue earlier. And we got a little bit of yellow. Whoops, wrong end, but that's fine. Okay. All the blue. Oh, that was bad. I colored outside the lines because I do that. And it's fine. It'll be what it'll be. Nether Fairy, hello, hello. How you going, lovely? Hope you're having a wonderful day. Oh, here's another little section of yellow that we missed, and that's okay. We'll go back in a second. Oh, the blue. So much blue. Like, I knew there was a lot of this one, but I didn't realise there's quite this many. But that's also why I started with this style, because you'll knock out a lot of the strands of yarn. There's another section of yellow that I missed. There's an extra line there that doesn't make sense, but I'll just colour over it. Alright, home stretch for this blue. There's just a couple more blues to go. And then we've got purple. Alright, I think that's all of them. So I'm going to do the plaited star ones purple, because then I can also do this tail purple. Even though it's technically strands of blue, they've been twisted together to make the plait. I don't want to do more blue. And then I just have to decide if we're going to use a different colour for the remaining strands, or if we just do more of the light blue. And then if we're going to do the nose, also yellow. But yeah, it's coming together. And for a random palette we pulled, it's actually really nice. I like how it's turned out. Sometimes you, luck of the draw is you get some really cute pellets. And then sometimes you get some really random pellets and you're like, how the heck am I going to make this work? But you do. Just so far, 2 people from my live stream came here. Fantastic. Oh, I appreciate that they can be here as well. I know there's quite a few people now who stream today on a Monday/Tuesday. So it's quite cool to see so many lives on. And be able to go and hang out at different lives when you get the chance. I haven't actually been at many lives lately because I haven't been in a social mood. My brain has not been braining. But after this chaos week has ended and then we've had our off and then we're in recovery time, it's going to be like, who's live? Where can I go and hang out for a while? Because literally all I will be able to do is lie in bed. So it's like, we're looking forward to finding all the places to hang. What's the name of this cutie? So this book is The Cutest of Cute Amigurumi Critters by Kei Kimura. So it's like a bunch of crochet toys to colour in, which is a super cute concept of a book. And then if you crochet the the book also contains crochet patterns. That's the words I'm looking for. I know words. I'm a functional adult. But what's the name of the cow, though? I don't know. I don't know. If you all can suggest a good name for the cow, we can name the cow. It's a Highland cow. We know that much. But yeah, if you all have a good name for the cow itself, we'll name the cow. Oop, there's a section of yellow that I missed. I am terrible at coming up with names, and so as a DM for Dungeons and Dragons and other TTRPGs, you are the person running the world. You're telling the story for tabletop roleplay games. And because of that, there's a lot of people in the world, which means occasionally characters will go, oh, I want to go and interact with that person, and then I have to come up with a name on the fly. And I'm not great at names. I'm getting better at improvising names, but I'm also not great at names. And so one of the things that happened in a past game was they went into a room where there was hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of jars that had heads in them, and the heads were magically enchanted, and so they could talk. And I knew that they would talk to like one of them, because of course you would. So I was like, okay, cool. I was prepared for one, but I didn't actually think to get a name. So I gave them the information that they were going to give in the story, and then they asked this jar what its name was, and I was like, and I panicked, and I called the head in the jar Bob. And then they decided they wanted to talk to the next jar, and I was like, oh god. And so I called that one Bob too. And then they were like, wait, is every head in a jar in here called Bob? And I was like, yeah, because they're just heads in a jar that float around and bob all day. They don't remember their name. That's not what they were magically enchanted to do. That was a panic DM move. You are psychic. Yep. You are psychic. Mufasa? Ooh, that's a good name for the cow. That is a good name for the cow. Abe the Blue Ox. Also, Moosicle. Oh my goodness. We have ice blocks here that are called Moosicles as well. So Moosicle's quite cute. Lindsay, kia ora, kia ora. Welcome in. Alright, I think the couple of strands that are left, I am going to do a different colour. And I want to get like a pale purple. Do I have any pale purples? I don't know. We're working with random drakes here. I've got pale pink, which could also work. Could be cute, but I think a pale purple would be ideal. There we go. That's what I want. Just to keep it all coherent, but make it slightly different. Ooh, this pale purple's running low. Does not surprise me. And then the only thing left to do is decide if we're going to do the snout a different colour or if we're going to leave it the same as the yellow. Highlands cows' snout's the same colour as their body. I mean, it doesn't have to match because, I mean, heck, our cow doesn't look anything right. Alright. Yeah, no, I think... I don't know. Let's look at the Highlands cow. It doesn't really matter too much, but it could make quite a difference if they have... no, they are very much lighter. Highland cattle, yeah. They look... Yeah, no, they're definitely lighter. Okay. Okay. I want very... Yeah, that's what I want. Disney Queen, hello, hello. It has been a long time. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Oh, this one might go into our dying pile. This one might be retired. Which is great, because that is another one that we can retire then. And that's kind of the point of today. Their noses can be pink or black, depending on the colour of their coat. Yeah, that's what I saw, but I noticed they were basically lighter, so that's why I was like, if I do the lighter yellow, it gives that look while still keeping it, this is a soft toy, which I like how that looks. Alright, so I am going to just fill in that section yellow, even though it should only be half that section, really. Do that one too. Yeah, it's cute. That little section up there, because I did the one over there. I like that. I think that looked out really cute, especially for like random pulling colours and stuff like that too. So for those that have joined us, what we are doing today is we are working in a bunch of books and just doing an alcohol marker base. And I'm pulling 5 random markers. That wasn't the 5. That was a 5. 5 random markers out. And then those are the colours that we use. We might add other colours to expand it. But we're trying to, A, go through my markers and pull out any that are dead, while also pre-basting a lot of pages so that post-surgery all I have is pencil shading on them, because I'm not going to have my markers, because I'm going for surgery on Monday and I can't lift the tub of markers and I'm not taking the markers with me. So by having a bunch of pages pre-based, I can just come in here with pencils and do the details on top. I have the pencils in a carry case that I'm taking with me. And we found 2 markers that are dying, so that takes our marker count to 11 that we have managed to pull out. I like that. That's really cute. So we've done 1 in this Amigurumi Critters one. We did 1 in Woodland Miniatures. Keeping in mind, none of these are complete. They're just base. That one is complete, but we did that one early in the month. So we did this Woodpecker one. And we pulled out all these oranges, the grey and the light brown. So that worked out really well. And then the book that we're going to go back to, because I'm just having a lot of fun in this one, is the Monster Miniature one. And so we did this guy. This one's based. This one's based. I like him. I think he turned out really well. And then this one, which I think this palette worked out really well in the end too. I like how this palette came together. So yeah, basically all I do is I reach over, I very carefully dig through my tub, and we try to do this without knocking any over and not looking. So we've got a purple. We've got a green and a red brown. Oh boy. We get some wild colour combos. What feels like a good one to take? Maybe you? Okay. We can add to it. Like, it doesn't just have to be these 5 colours, but this is our starting point. Oh boy. Okay. So, if we test now these colours, see what we get. Might need to put another piece of scrap paper on top just to test. That's a real pretty colour. It matches the cover. It's the cover colour. And then, okay, that's red. It looked like it would be brown, but it is slightly brown, but it's mostly red. So that's quite pretty. And then we've got this sort of peacock green, which is actually more of a blue. Okay, that's kind of pretty. I can vibe with this. I think this one might throw me out a bit. Cherry pink. And then a very light, slightly yellow. Okay. Not as bad as I first thought looking at the colours on the markers. Like, that's actually quite a pretty combo. I think we can work with that. What do we want to do? Who do we want to do? Who's our next one? And whoop. I think this one could work in here. I like it. It's a little monster scared of the other monsters. And we've got some ghosts, and we've got that really pale, so we can do the really pale for all our little ghosties. So yeah, that's basically what we're doing today, is trying to make whatever random colour we pull out work. And getting things based. But it's quite fun. Like, we're getting some really random palettes. Like, would I normally pull out this palette? No. But it could be quite fun to see how this goes. Alright. Little ghosty. Do, 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 do. Oh, well, I'm glad it's mostly gone. Because, yeah, that does not sound fun. Alright, we're going to take this light pinky colour. I'm going to do a little monster friend here. Oh, this one is a bleeder. It likes to spread everywhere, so it's a good juicy marker, obviously. Oh, don't forget her other arm. It's so cute. Love the fact that it's also wearing a little bow. Whoop, that bled quite a bit more than it should have, but that's okay. We'll clean that up in a moment. I want to take this teal, this beautiful teal colour, and do the eyes. It's such a pretty colour. I forgot an ear. Always forget something. Happens all the time. Then we're going to use this for the bow, but we're also going to use it for the toenails, because if you know me, I love coordination. So I like the idea that she matches her little bow to her toenails, like she paints her toenails to match her little hair bow. Coordinating the accessories, you know? Also, I just realised for some reason I never coloured in the eyes on this one, even though I coloured in the eyes of the other ones. Gator popped in, but it's way past my bedtime, nearly 1 AM. Oh my goodness. Yes, definitely bedtime, Audrey. You get that good rest. I'm so glad you popped in. Hopefully we'll catch you again another time, but if not, you have a wonderful rest of... Oh, excuse me. Oh, no, we went for 2. Whew. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That was the worst time to sneeze too, because we're in the middle of colouring. At least it wasn't on the page with the marker when I had to sneeze. Tell you what, I'm really hoping that my allergies don't get too crazy post-op, because trying to, like, the sneezes where you sneeze so hard it practically moves your ovaries. Oh. The ones where you sneeze so hard it rattles your insides. Not what we want. Not what we want. Alright, there's our 5 pulled colours. So we can either reuse some colours or we can try pulling out some different colours to make things coordinate. But we've got our 5 set colours in there. That's kind of the fun of it. Right, let's go really light pink. Right, this is just a really light coloured monster. It is definitely time to change the undersheet because some of these colours are starting to pick up the colours underneath, which isn't what we want. Look this way. Oh, sorry, I might have to blow my nose in a second. Feel irritated now. Here's some scrap paper. Hate to reach it out. Cheetos. Alright, I want like a bright pink for the like moose ear style antlers. That might have been too bright pink. Now it's just a case of like pulling out colours and seeing what we want to work where and what works and... tempted. I think I will. I need to take more of this teal colour and balance it somewhere else. Because the brown will get balanced when I do the bed frame, because I'm going to do the bed frame brown. But the teal can't really get balanced anywhere else. The ghosts get balanced by the fact that there's 3 of them. The pink we can balance with the bed sheet, but the teal just isn't balanced. So let's use it in here too. It's such a pretty colour as well. In a way, it's gonna kind of be like doing a colour by numbers when I come back to all the pencil shading, because all the colour's there, so it's just follow the colour, just find deeper colour, shade it in. Natural working yellow. Shop horror. Actually, I wonder if I have like a mint. Like a tealy mint blue, because that would actually work too. Balance this teal colour. Oh, coloured over the lines. No, you're definitely green famine dying. That's marker number 12 gone. Kind of the correct colour, but also dying. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm after. So that's marker 13. Even better. Even lighter. That's what I want. Cute. And it kind of ties together pretty well. I like it. I think that really doesn't kind of work as the yellow. It's the wrong yellow, but that can be fixed up post. Not bad for 5 random markers. Alright. Let's see what else we... Let's do another one. And then we might be getting close to nap time. Well, that's something. Okay, it's more orange than peach, so depending what this colour is. Okay. It's pretty. Okay, that's not bad. I think we can work with this. And then we've got a... Yeah. It's not a bad set. They always look like terrifying when you first pull them out. And then you swatch them and you're like, actually it's not too bad. Or like, you can see it working. I think we're going to do this one. I am going to purposely pull out one more marker though. Because I'm going to want like actual blue for the water. So we're going to pull out one more marker. Still here watching? All good, Michelle. Thank you, Small. I probably should do a little stretch. I'll do a little stand up. Ooh. Oh, do some knee wiggles. Oh, yeah. Okay. And we'll have a little bit of water. Okay. So we're going to start with the colour that we picked out instead of our random colours. But again, this is where we have like this is clearly needs to be a specific item. This is clearly water, needs to be a watercolour. Could have used the blue that was in there, but I got an idea for that blue. This is such a delicious, vibrant blue. And it's actually quite juicy, which is nice. Right. Easy starting colour. Okay. Another easy one. We may use these somewhere else as well, but this kind of works for the seagulls. Hope you're all doing well out there. Don't forget to hydrate. Alright, we're just about done with this. Still deciding if I'm going to do the side pieces in this bright one. But then we want to get the lighter orange. Also bring the lighter orange into the side pieces, but I'm kind of thinking maybe the dark orange. We'll do the light orange for the eyes. Yeah, dark orange. Bring the light orange in for the eyes. And we're going to bring this green back to the mouth. Dark enough. And it's too blue. Go. Darken up the mouth that way. Gonna have to use like some paint pens on the teeth. And it's outspreading a bit, so now there's like a little bit of a mouth rim, but it actually still works, so it's fine. And then the last colour to go is the baby blue, which is going to go on the boot. And we just need to grab a couple more colours to finish her off. It's quite fun, like, you get some really random palettes, and it really pushes you to think, how can I use this palette? But they do kind of work. As long as you allow yourself that room to also, like, pull in additional colours, I think you can kind of balance it out. Alright, so I know I want to do the hat. And it might just be only the hat, because this marker be dying. Get rid of grey and into the hat as well. Yeah, no, you're gone. Marker 14. Another blue. Okay. Mahogany, what do you look like? You're a nice brown. You look like sort of like a pale. Not that. Probably way too pale. Oh no, you kind of work. Okay, those two. Inventive monkey colours, but again, it's like this guy looks like a proper monkey, so we're going to colour him like he is a proper monkey. I don't think this is meant to be a monster. I think this is meant to be a monkey discovering a monster. So this is a different marker to the marker that the sea serpent is, but it's still very similar colour. Okay, you might work then to colour in the tongue. Yeah, it's just a bit darker. So it worked out quite well. Okay, I think like a red for the boat. Yeah. A bit of a dark red in that one. Yeah, more like you. More like the marker that's called red. I need that. Oh boy. And there we go. Another random 5 markers chosen and coloured. And that's another page prepped and ready to go for just pencils. I think that actually turned out pretty cute. Possibly should have done that a different colour, but that's okay. I think it's still cute. Or maybe them different colour or something. I don't know. It worked though. It's cute. It's a fun thing, they're monsters, so it can be any colour. So yeah, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 prepped in here, plus we've got 2 others. So we've done 7 basically, and I think that's probably a good point to stop. We've also got a few markers to throw out, which I've just dropped all over the floor. Okay, not the black, because the black's still working. Good array of markers that we're chucking out. Yellows and blues mostly. But it's a few more markers less in my container. So the more I can get out, the better. So it's a good start. And I, of course, pulled out way too many books that I didn't even touch because I ended up doing a bunch in here because I realised that I'm better to work in one book because I'm only going to be taking one book with me. So, yeah. Makes more sense to keep a lot in here. So I've got a couple others that we based though, and if I feel like pulling out pencils during the week, I might work on these 2 first and get these books shaded, and then I can just have the mythical monsters to take with me. But yeah, I think we will call it there for today because I need to have some lunch. I need to go to the bathroom. Basically just need a bit of a rest before work, so I think it's a good point to end for today. About 3.5 hours in, we got 7 so pages prepped. It's a good amount. Several markers down, prep pages up. Exactly. So that will be it for today. So we should be back on Friday, which will be the last stream before surgery. I don't know what we're going to do yet, if I'm going to focus on having some more pages prepped and ready to go, if I am going to go back to working on, I haven't really had like the brain spoons to work on the Thomas Kincaid one. We may just I don't know. We're just going to figure it out on the day and see what I feel like doing. It could even be just trying to pack a hospital bag and just getting things ready to go and stuff like that. We'll see how we feel, but that will be Friday's stream, and that'll be the last stream before surgery. So it'll be the last stream for a while. But I appreciate you all being here. Keep yourself warm or cool, depending on where you're at. Make sure you give yourself lots of aroha and all the aroha from me. And yeah, keep an eye out on socials, and I will be posting on there obviously as we go through. But if I don't catch you next time, look after yourself, and hopefully we'll see you again very soon. Thank you so much for being here. Take care. Bye.